Algebra 1 is so fun. I like Algebra 1. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. I was singing our Algebra 1 song. Today we are going to cover rules for multiplication of signed numbers, that means positive and negative numbers, inverse operations, rules for division of signed numbers, and a summary of all the rules that you have learned. So, if we have, positive 3 times positive 4. If both numbers are positive, we'll multiply the numbers. That gets us 12. And the answer stays positive. So both positive, answer positive. Now, what if one is positive and one is negative? If we have a negative and a positive, that becomes a negative because we have an odd number of minus signs, okay? In fact, what I like to do is I like to break it down into like how many little lines do I have? So here I have one little line, here I have two little lines. I have 3 total. I can make a plus sign out of those. This is really confusing, I'm sorry. Pluses really go away, they just disappear. And so I'm left with minus. It's a little confusing, so let's simplify it down. If they're both positive, you get a positive answer. If one of them is positive, you get a negative answer. So I'm going to multiply 2 times 4, which is 8. And then I'm going to put a minus sign on it. If the second one is negative, I have a positive times a negative, which gets me a negative. So if only one of them is negative, the answer is still negative. But if both of them are negative, then I multiply the numbers. 2 times 3 is 6, but it becomes positive. So if they're both positive, it's positive. If they're both negative, your answer comes out as positive. So the only time you get a negative number out is if you multiply one that's positive and one that's negative. Now, it is important to talk about what operations undo the other ones. So, what is the inverse of addition? So if I wanted to undo addition, I would subtract. If I want to undo subtraction, I would add. If I wanted to undo multiplication, I would divide. And if I wanted to undo division, I would multiply. This is going to be so important for the rest of your math careers. You have to know those. Now, what's cool about division is since it's the inverse operation of multiplication, it follows the same rules we talked about way over here. If you divide two numbers that are positive, you'll get a positive number out. If you divide numbers that have different signs, you'll get a negative out. And if you divide two numbers that have the same minus sign, then it is a positive answer. So let's try these ones. Negative 6 divided by positive 2. Well, we're going to divide 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And since they have different signs, we know it's minus. If we have negative 6 divided by negative 3, well, negative becomes a positive. They both have the same sign. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. And that, my friends, is problem set 9.